makes an anime bad is purely subjective to each person. There are animes out there with storylines where people think, why would anyone ever greenlight a story like this? Other times it's, how did animation like this pass quality checks? And sometimes it's a series like King's Game, which I personally believe is the dumbest anime I have ever watched.
Did something bad happen at your old school that upset you?
There's no stopping it. A new King's Game has begun.
You must have gotten the same text as the rest of us, right?
Nobody will believe me if I try to explain it without any proof.
It sounds like an interesting game.
I don't have any choice.
I need you to listen to me. The King's Game is very, very real. You only get 24 hours, and if you don't do it, you're told, you're punished. You could even die. We're gonna start getting a bunch of orders. Even if you try to run, you can't escape it.
How do you know all this?
Because this is not the first time that my class has played the King's Game. One by one, my friends all die. Oh God, no! If you guys don't want to die, if you don't want to see your friends murdered, we have to work together.
Losing people close to you is like losing a piece of yourself. I can't even make friends anymore.
When it started out, the orders were simple. But still, whoever disobeyed the King's command, somebody call an ambulance! Now, or he's not gonna make it! Was killed.
This anime is bad. The dialogue is so unnatural.
Oh God, no!
The twists in the series were either obvious from the moment they were first mentioned, makes so little sense it feels like the author was making up as they were going along, or were just the most overused generic anime tropes that the moment you saw them, you recognized them.
Come on, just try it out. I bet it'll feel really good.
But the series still acts like it's a massive shock. This anime is a really good anime as the very first anime you will ever watch. In the sense that if you do not know the tropes they're using in the anime, you won't know they exist. You can probably still guess them, but you may not recognize them because you're not used to seeing them in other animes. Is the story good overall? It's very cheap junk food anime. It's the junk food anime where, I don't know man, it's not good. It's not even like the official brand junk food. It's the knockoff junk food. It's the junk food your mum used to put in your lunchbox in a language you don't recognize but you think might be Russian but doesn't look quite enough like Cyrillics to be Russian. Those kind of sweets. King's Game is definitely not my anime of the year, but I do kind of want to give it to it solely because you should watch this anime if you want to know how not to write an anime, or a story in general. Speaking of disappointments, after 3 years of silence, the anime community erupted with an announcement of a new No Game No Life. Unfortunately, it wasn't a season 2. It was a prequel movie. This film is pretty good. Personally, I quite enjoy the movie. I think it's an enjoyable piece of media. I would say it is a solid 7.5, maybe 7 out of 10. If you want a good piece of media, the No Game No Life Zero movie is a good piece of media. But because the fans of No Game No Life were clamoring for a season 2, I think it overshadowed it and kind of, even when you're given something good, if it's not the thing you directly wanted, sometimes you lash out. And that's kind of what I feel like No Game No Life Zero was. And as I spoke about in my 2013 Anime of the Year video, we're never getting a season 2. Which is a shame. It was a good series. I like No Game No Life. And to be honest, if we were ever to get a season 2 of No Game No Life, I feel like the internet has changed so much that when No Game No Life originally released, it was the perfect anime for that time in anime history. Nowadays, it doesn't fit into the cultural zeitgeist that is anime in the 2020s. Still think they should make it though. While we're on the topic of season 2, Attack on Titan Season 2 finally released after 10 whole years since the previous season. Huh? What? Wait. 4 years? It's only 4... Seriously, 4 years, that's all it was. It was only 4 years between Season 1 and Season 2. Are you serious? Jesus Christ! You get the Attack on Titan fandom! The way they're shouting about it, thought it'd been like forever! They were bitching about like 6 months after Season 1 ended! Where's Season 2? Oh, it's been forever! Really? 4 fucking years? Seriously, dude? It was only 4 years. Oh, wow, okay, fucking hell. After only 4 years, Season 2 was finally released.
You traitor!
I need answers, and I'm gonna need them right now.
Not just yet.
What is that?
It's a Titan!
In the wall?
Is this just a coincidence, or...
I don't understand. How did it even get here?
Who's the enemy? How can they move? This shouldn't be happening. The hell is that?
That abnormal worries me.
This, label. It's in another language.
I'm fairly certain we speak the same language.
Who's the real enemy? Tell me what you know! Who are you? What else haven't you told me?
Aaron is by far the worst.
That's what this is about.
Why'd things have to be this way?
No wonder Rhino was desperate to get his hands on him.
Why'd the coordinate have to fall to him? Of all the people in the world that power could have gone to.
To be fair, I understand it. If you've waited 3 years and 363 days, you probably think, hey, we're never getting a season 2. And then the next day, hey, we're getting season 2. Oh, wow, fantastic, it's only been 4 years. But before that moment, it's, oh, wow, it's been 4 years, we're never getting a season 2. Oh, I'm going to complain about Tumblr again. Point being, people are too quick to say we're never getting a season 2. Attack on Titan season 2 may have taken a while to release, but it was worth the wait, and contains arguably the best scene in the entire series. Unfortunately, as per the rules I set out, I've already given Season 1 of Attack on Titan the Anime of the Year for 2013, so I can't give Season 2 the award. But it was so well written, and the subtlety behind the lines would only become clearer, and I thought it was so clever, so do I want to break my own rule and give it to it? Nah, I won't. It's such clever writing, but I'm gonna stick to my rule. And speaking of clever writing, let's talk about Classroom of the Elite, an anime that opens every episode with a clever philosophical quote from a great historian. And that's as far as the clever writing goes.
I'd like to pose an interesting question. These days, everywhere you go, there's talk about the fight for equality. Right now in Japan, do you believe that our society is equal? Tokyo Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing High School. Established by the government to raise students who have been deemed our country's future leaders. It boasts 100% college entry and employment rates.
At this school, you will not change classes, ever. For our first order of business, the school rulebook. To make purchases, you will spend your points, which are tracked using the school's main computer system. The school offers a wide variety of facilities. Anything you could need or want can be found here. At this school, you can buy absolutely anything on campus with these. Points are distributed to you on the first of each month. Each point is worth 1 yen. You'll notice that you've already been allotted 100,000.
Wait, what?
This school judges its students based on their merit alone.
Most students decided to make the most of their circumstances. Without giving much thought to anything at all, they blew through their monthly allowance like it was nothing, buying whatever they wanted.
You've all shown immense value just getting into this school. We've allotted you what we think you are worth.
On May 1st, everything changed.
Hey, teacher. Nobody here has gotten any more points yet. It's the first of the month. Shouldn't they have already been refilled by now?
At this school, your grades and performance evaluations aren't handed out. They're reflected in your monthly points allotment. The points allotted to this class for the month comes out to a total of 0. This school judges its students on merit alone. In the workforce, you're expected to come to the table knowing what to do. Rules exist for a reason. Just get over it.
Is this anime bad? No. Is it good? No. It's an okay anime that's nowhere near as smart, insightful, or clever as it likes to think it is. It's a junk food anime that after the first 2 sweets from the bag, you're already kind of like, I don't really want to finish this bag, but I've already started eating it, so I guess I'll finish it. These sweets aren't particularly good, and I know I'm going to feel sick later, but screw it, I've already started the bag, so I might as well finish it kind of anime. It's some guy writing on his CV that he's a refined culinary rotisserie who's reserved 3 nights a week to cook in the kitchen of an extremely successful restaurant known all across the world, and genuinely believes that's what he is, when in reality he's a part-time burger flipper at McDonald's. Technically, yes, he is a refined culinary rotisserie who is reserved 3 nights a week to cook in the kitchen, but that's only because he's part-time. If he was a full-time worker, he'd be 5 times a week. And yes, cooking McDonald's burger is a skill. So the CV isn't lying. But no one would actually word their job that way. unless they were a pretentious prick. Basically, when someone talks about well-written, smart, and insightful animes, Classroom of the Elite, you need to sit down. Sorry, you're great, you're fine, you're all that, but you're not what you think you are. Classroom of the Elite is the anime equivalent of a charming guy with an upper-class British accent giving a speech on something he knows nothing about, but is keyword stuffing it with buzzwords and intelligent-sounding words. It sounds smart, and on a surface level, it is. But if you dig even a single depth deeper, you realize it's about as insightful, believable, and surprising as a Darman sketch. Most of this series falls apart if any of the characters were to point out the very suspicious behaviour of Ayano Koji. I don't like the series, I realise, but for some reason I've watched all 3 seasons. This is such junk food. What is wrong with me? But something that wasn't that smart or insightful, but then again it wasn't trying to be, but it was well written, was Black Butler Book of Atlantic.
Give me your order.
Are you telling me that this hospital purports to bring the dead back to life?
Behold, my friends, the power of our medicine can overcome even death itself.
The hospital sponsors a secret club of sorts known as the Aurora Society. I was able to uncover the time and place of the next meeting.
Is this your first visit to the Society?
A passenger ship departing from Southampton on the 17th of April.
The so-called Ship of Dreams.
So, you're not dead. What a delightful turn of events.
I'm afraid I was brought rather annoyingly back to life.
It seems Karnstein Hospital does an awful lot of business at the docks you have me supervising. They've made use of the human trafficking trade to smuggle large numbers from overseas.
They're raising the dead not via occult means, but through illicit human experimentation. Their goal is to achieve mankind's perfect salvation through medicine.
Brothers, we welcome you to the Aurora Society.
A blade pierced her heart, yet still she moves.
Right now, the ship is most likely crawling with the undead.
This anime movie is pretty good. We get Sebastian's backstory, we get zombies, and we get the reveal of the Undertaker's past, which was a twist that absolutely no one was surprised by and probably guessed 9 years ago, but still does it in such a cool way that you can't help but go, dude! Yo! What? No way! Was it obvious? Oh yeah, it was totally obvious, but dude, look! He's a dude! Look at it! It's so cool! You guessed this 9 years ago. Yeah, I know, but look at it! It's been revealed, it's so cool! If you go any higher, you're gonna bust a nut. You bust a nut, you... Okay, let's get to the hospital. You know what else is cool? Strange and unique new worlds, amazing soundtracks, treasure hunting, new friendships, children experiencing the most horrifying physical suffering. Okay, maybe not that last one unless you're a sadistic individual.
I wouldn't call it pleasure. I just find it interesting.
At the Netherworld's bottom, I'll be waiting.
Around 1,900 years ago, a massive pit was discovered on a remote island in the southern sea of Bealuska, with a diameter of 1,000 meters and a depth still unknown to this day. It is home to dangerous yet valuable primeval creatures. This mysterious formation mesmerizes the people of Orth, and mysterious relics that are beyond comprehension.
What exactly am I? Where did this boy come from? We're training here at the orphanage to be cave raiders. I'm really gonna go all out on my excavating today! Well, we're still just apprentices called Red Whistles.
Your possession of a whistle is based on being a student of the orphanage.
The very best of the cave raiders, the White Whistles.
Many people have come to meet their fate, swallowed up by the chasm's beckoning call. Swallowed up by the abyss.
As of now, this is the current state of the abyss. When cave raiding in the abyss, it's the return that presents a problem. The deeper you go, the greater the physical toll becomes whenever you try to head back home. This phenomenon, which is totally unavoidable for any human cave raider, is known to us as the Curse of the Abyss.
Well then, I guess we're off now. Bet she wrote something in there about my penis.
Maid in the Abyss is an anime that feels so simple of a concept, but also so original and clever despite having the foundations of such a common story archetype, proving that you don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to your story. You just have to make a wheel that's really fucking cool. Other times you can create a normal looking wheel that's pretty boring, it's just a wheel, whatever. Only to reveal, guess what? It's not a wheel, it's a motherfucking 64th dimensional cube. Such as in the case of KADO the Right Answer, a series that sells itself as a slower negotiation series where each episode will have a case to deal with and it's up to our main character Shindo to figure out the best course of action so both parties walk away feeling happy.
They say he's the toughest negotiator in the country.
My name is Kojiro Shindo.
I assigned you this project because of your widespread reputation as a shrewd negotiator.
Land purchase negotiations.
Wouldn't it be smarter to just go ahead and buy out their land?
As you can see, it is a very generous offer for the purchase of your land.
Yes, it is.
Sounds like the buyout's gonna go through pretty quickly. These plans for a multi-purpose hall have been on hold for years and they're finally pushing them through.
Why the sudden interest in a near-dead 20-year-old public building project now? I'd like an introduction to Professor Mifune at the Science Council. Professor Mifune from the Science Council has offered to assist with developing the technology. Once Igarashi sees the results, what we've done, I'm sure he'll be on board.
Now where's Shindo?
He's still negotiating at the site.
I don't know how far the negotiations have gone, but we're building a multi-purpose hall here. I sent him here to buy you out, and look what happens. But given his reputation, I suppose I should have seen this coming.
The goal of negotiations is to acquire whatever's in your best interest.
I did it. We made a damn super medal!
But defeating your rival for a temporary gain? That'll always come back to bite you in the ass in the long term. This process of super metallization will transform the auto parts and manufacturing industries. The best thing you can do is to settle on something that meets the interest of both parties involved. Estimated market value, 100 billion.
And I can believe it.
Then, at the end of episode 0, a giant goddamn cube materialized on the Haneda runway, and Shindo must use his skills as a negotiator to manage humanity's first contact with a higher dimensional being and what it has to offer.
We come to you live from the scene. We're currently flying alongside the mysterious massive object that materialized at Haneda International. It's enormous. The object is a massive cube measuring 2 kilometers per side. There's no way of determining if it's artificial or natural.
There hardly appears to be any surface friction, like it's made of water or something gelatinous. No EM radiation or particle radiation.
And it's not giving off any infrared radiation.
Is it even visible light? Is there some kind of membrane covering it all?
Such a strange material.
I can't tell if there's actually a surface. This structure, it's referred to as a KADO.
Humanity, my name is Nahaku Zashima.
I have come from outside of the universe.
It is a god.
So, that's what this is, huh? First contact with the unknown.
And for anyone that's watched any of my previous videos, you've probably guessed as soon as you heard KADO, yeah, I'm giving KADO the right answer, anime of the year, because the anime has such a unique concept to it that doesn't sound like it should be interesting, but will make you reach for the next episode each time. Imagine an anime that is essentially reading out the full terms and condition paperwork of a divorce case. That is what KADO is, but somehow it's really fucking interesting.
We are about to witness what is sure to be a truly historic discussion.
These WOM, how much electrical power are they capable of generating?
Endless. A source of infinite energy.
Let's start with a report from all ministries.
The decisions of this body will carry the same weight as decisions made by the full cabinet.
The body will be a government delegation, so we'll choose a negotiator.
I'm juggling a million local government issues and I've only got 2 hands.
The UN is currently holding a conference to deliberate over the WOM.
The only course of action is for Japan to hand over all of the WOM.
We're talking about alien technology here. A source of infinite energy. But given the global ramifications at stake, shouldn't the UN be given control of the WOM? To allow one country's sole access to them, it could destabilize the socio-economic balance.
They should be under the careful management of the UN.
No object or tool is inherently good or evil. They only perform a function. How they're judged depends on what standards used.
The WOM are transferred over to UN. The Security Council's permanent members will decide their fate.
Before that happens, I'd like to hear your opinion on it.
Cast your votes by a show of hands. The Security Council had their vote. They passed Resolution 2246 unanimously.
They're threatening sanctions?
Article 7, forced assent.
They'll mask their own financial interests with concerns for global safety, and they'll block all forms of proliferation.
Financial strictures, travel bans, diplomatic severance, and the worst, the threat of international military action.
What can we possibly do on our own?
We can't overturn a Security Council decision.
But that doesn't change the fact we need to respond. They'll enact those financial sanctions any minute now.
Call an emergency press conference. We're giving them our response. Contact all media organizations, domestic and foreign. The United Nations have forced us into a corner. I'm compelled to make a painful choice. My country's safety or the future of the world. Japan is out of control! They have gone mad! Society as we know it will collapse! The government has to be held accountable for this! Give the blueprint to any terrorist!
There's no telling how bad this can get.
You know what else was interesting? All of Season 3 of Attack on Titan. Season 3 is probably the strongest and most important season of Attack on Titan. But is it worthy of being Anime of the Year? Only one way to find out. Click on this video to hear my Anime of the Year 2018. Because yeah, we only had to wait a year for Attack on Titan Season 3. Not 4 years. Ooh, it'll take forever. People are so impatient. I should go check on my Maid in the hospital. Let's begin. God. Oh, don't be getting sick. God damn it. Just 10 more videos. Come on. Well, not 10 more videos, like 8 more videos. But come on, we can do this. Don't get sick now.